Hey, yo, King Harris running around here like a shot on ATL.
Hey, be clear. It's my daddy house. I've been running things here since I was 15.
He gonna stand on business. He's standing on business, man. His daddy the king. Yo, you know what's weird, man? What's this fascination about being from the hood or struggling? Yo, struggling is not fun, man. Take it to somebody who grew up struggling. This guy King saying, "Oh, I grew up at my grandmother's house, so I didn't have that silver spoon." You grew up at your mom's house. Your mom, who is a prolific songwriter, and your mom your grandma, who is married to a musician. They had money, affluent.
Rapper messing with his daughter like
Man,
that.
cut it out, man.
I heard he was like Big Daddy.
Yo, it just dawned on me that T.I. raised a Nunu.
What's up?
King is Nunu from ATL.
Yeah. It come with a maid and a butler.
Hey, let
and
me tell y'all a
everything,
funny story. So I grew up in Winter Park, Florida. I grew up in the projects in Winter Park, Florida.
I don't know this person right here.
Now, people who not from Florida, not from Orlando, look up Winter Park, Florida. It's a predominantly wealthy area. The medium house range, I think, is like 400,000. But I grew up on the other side of the tracks where they was poor. I actually literally grew up in a low income housing complex. But the beauty of that is I went to school with people who their parents were rich to wealthy. Meaning they made anywhere from $300,000 a year to maybe even more in some cases. Their parents were doctors and major lawyers, pilots. But they came to school and wanted and assimilated or acted like us, the people that came from our neighborhoods, dressed like us, wore big baggy clothes, talked like us. Also, a funny thing is, there came a point in my middle school. I went to Maitland Middle School, which is another affluent area that's a sub-city right next to Winter Park, where they start having like a salad bar for people who receive free lunch. Or you could buy it if you didn't receive free lunch, which 30% of the school didn't because their parents were affluent. Do you know, like, these kids would go and buy free lunch? They went and bought free lunch. What is the fascination with being poor and being a part of the struggle? And the funny thing is, somebody like King Harris or Coyle Ray, who have these made up poverty stories that you can easily debunk and fact check, when the rich kids or the rich society want to be us. Only in our community is it embarrassing, or it's like some kind of like mark of scarlet letter to come from money or having wealth. To have somebody like King Harris who want to be, yo, you can have the piss in the hallway. No. I'm taking Picasso, like my man Esquire said from ATL. And this kid talking about standing on business. Standing on business does not mean doubling down on being wrong. That's not standing on business. Yo, being rich and wanting to have a struggle story is the craziest thing, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Like and subscribe, man. Yo, the funniest thing about that video is we saw T.I. and T.I.P. Going back and forth. You hear T.I. saying, "Hey, you embarrassing the family. You embarrassing yourself." And then he jack up King. He jack up King and he turned to T.I. My childhood is complete, man. Yo, my childhood is complete. Oh, man. Yo, there's nothing cool about being poor. Nothing cool about struggling. It truly is not. Take it from somebody who came from a low-income apartment company. And the worst part about that is I grew up around rich people. Imagine being poor around rich people. It feels like Chappelle had that joke. It feels like it's only happening to you, and that's the goddamn truth. Man, but I stand on business, I suppose. But yeah.
Hey, get off of him.